Today, it's a sunny day, July 4th actually, of 2017, and here I am in my driveway with a couple of BMX bikes leaning against each other like two little friends in the sunshine. The first one is called a HARO shredder. You may remember this if you were alive in the 90s. You might have seen Ryan Nyquist riding a bike like this. It's got a big block. I don't know exactly what that is. If that's just some sticker some kid stuck on there. Got your 8-ball sprocket. This was a time when bikes came with one-piece cranks. You can see it's a Fusion crank. Got Fusion pedals. Fusion is HARO's parts brand. Probably 44/16 gearing. The brakes though, genuine Diacomp 80/990 brakes. 4130 chromoly frame. I don't know if it's the whole frame or the seat tube. Huffy seat. HARO was putting a lot of Huffy seats on their bikes back then, I guess. Fusion seat post. Some pretty gnarly looking 48 spoke wheels. HARO hubs. Big Fusion decal here. Nice gigantic dropouts. They're not super thick though. 14mm axle. Come up the front, you got these kind of knee saver handlebars. Fusion stem. This is a quill stem, so this is kind of old technology. HARO grips. Nice chrome forks with the recesses for pegs. Big burly HARO hub. Diacomp FS990 in the front. SST Org. I don't know where this bike stood in the HARO lineup of that year, but based on the parts, it looks like a pretty nice bike. And this is something I wouldn't mind putting together and like riding myself, but that's never gonna happen. But it's a cool bike. Nice color. And the weird thing is, at that time in the 90s, I was such a bike snob. I had to have my standard S&M, that kind of stuff, that I wouldn't have even looked twice at a HARO. But now I see these old HAROs from the 90s and I see just how nice they were. So, on the other side, another big name, the GT Performer. This is newer, it's probably from the 2000s. So you got your GT logo here. Tektro brakes, which aren't quite as nice as the Diacomps on the HARO. GT stem, of course, this is 1 1/8 threadless, whereas the HARO is a threaded fork. Performer, Southern California, 4130 chromoly main tubes, which means 1, 2, 3. These 3 tubes are chromoly, and the rest of it is probably high tensile steel. Your GT grips. GT pedals, which are kind of knockoffs of the Primo Super Tenderizers, but these look like nice big comfortable pedals. 3-piece cranks. Nobody puts 1-piece cranks on anymore. 39 in the front, probably a 15 in the back, 14. Aluminum pegs, lightweight, 14mm axles. These are kind of crappy hubs. They're low-end hubs, but nice burly rims here. I keep using the word burly. 48 spoke. I think this is like a steel hub in the front. Or is it? I don't know. Maybe those are really nice alloy hubs. Actually, I think I got it wrong. I don't think they are crappy hubs. I think they're nice. Big fat GT tires. So of these two bikes, the GT's more modern. It's got 3-piece cranks. It's probably a more desirable bike. But I'm gonna guess the shredder was initially more expensive back in the day. Even though it's only got the 1-piece. I think the shredder might have a slightly longer top tube. Honestly, if it was up to me, if I was gonna ride one of these bikes, it would definitely be the shredder. That's no disrespect to GT though. GT's a legendary company. So the reason I have these out here today is because some guy is meeting me at the diner in a little while and he says he wants to buy both of them. So, good for him. I hope he does. Hope he does something with them. And that's that. The HARO Bikes shredder, and over there the GT Performer. on July 4th in my driveway. Happy Independence Day. Welcome to Earth.